the church is not the temple. This building is not a temple, yes? But this is a sacred time and space. Would you agree? Now, it's not sacred because the architecture is sacred. It's sacred because this is the location that our local church has committed to gather together one time per week at 10 a.m. And our commitment to gather then marks out this location and this time as a sacred time when we gather as the temple of God. Not in the temple, but as the temple. But as we gather, the place in which we're gathered, simply by virtue, we've chosen to gather here. It becomes, this is a sacred time and place. Would you agree? Okay, so it's not that the church is the temple. But hey, can I just say this, church? When you come to the gathering of the saints, guard your steps. You should not come with some kind of false somberness and some kind of false eloquence where maybe like you go to God in prayer and you think that there's like a certain very sober, somber formula of words that you have to say to God. We're not talking about that. But we're talking about the idea that there is a time and place set aside. Set aside. The biblical word for that is sanctified, made holy, set apart for the people of God to gather. One of the things that I want to suggest to you, church, without some legalistic rule, is that you should not desire to plan things on weekends that will take you away from the gathering of the church. Now, that's very unpopular here in Central Oregon, particularly as the weather gets nice, because people just want to jet out and go have fun at the lake. And I get it. It was triple digits yesterday, okay? I flooded my doggone yard trying to stay cool. So, I get it. At the same time, there is precisely one time every week when this local body of Christ gathers as the temple of God. And if I casually just decide, I don't really need to do that, I don't think that that's good. Now, does that mean you're going to hell? No. Does that mean I don't like you if you do that? No. But I'm saying if you actually think through what it means to say, I want to take the commands of God seriously. And one of the commands of God in the New Testament, in the book of Hebrews, is let us not forsake gathering together. And so I should not be able to just casually, again, I don't want to lay down some legalistic thing. I don't want to say like, I'm going to start checking off the box of how many times you attended church. I'm not going to do that, okay? I'm not going there. But there is a somberness, there is a taking seriously the gathering of the people of God.